Okay, I'm gonna test. Ooh, that's a little loud. Let me turn it down just about. Well, is it? Yeah, okay. Let me turn it down just a tad. I'm gonna test, see if this is set up correctly. Okay, I'm gonna test. Oh, that's a little loud. Let me turn it down just about. Well, turn it down just a tad. Test. Okay, that should be working then. Sounds good. Alright, hello. Hello. It is me here, streaming today. This was kind of an impromptu thing. For the no viewers that are watching this right now, if you ever come back and watch this full stream, which I don't think anyone will, but if you ever do, this was kind of an impromptu thing that I just kind of decided I would do. My family's having a party tonight, and I was not invited, which sounds a lot more depressing. I'm gonna shut this down. Sounds a lot more depressing than it actually is. But I'm doing good. It's just I decided I would have some fun tonight and stream some games. Now, if you saw, if you saw my last stream of this game, we're gonna switch over to the game actually. If you saw my last stream of this game. We got pretty much through the first day, and that was about it. That's all we got to. Sadly, all my progress was deleted, which kind of feels weird because, Steam cloud saves it, but I got a new computer recently. If you've seen my the post that was released recently a little while ago for the video that I was talking about, I got a new computer, which has done some really good things. One, it's a much better computer than my old one, like way better, but it's also, the process of converting to a new computer, and one of those things is I have an external drive, because my old computer had garbage storage, and a lot of my games, specifically a lot of my Steam games, were saved onto the external drive. And I actually still save them onto the external drive, most of them. I might stop doing that a little bit, though, if the save data will be... people laughing. Save data will be deleted every time, but... so external drive means that when I convert it over to a new computer, it didn't save any of my save data. So, if I say... there's none... in any of these. I didn't save. And I did save. I do remember saving. So we're just gonna have to start from scratch. But that's okay. It'll be all right. But here we are, Doki Doki Literature Club. If you have not seen this game or have not played this game, first off, you should do that. It's a lot of fun. Asterisks. But there was a warning at the beginning that I missed because I wasn't able to start the stream soon enough. I had to get things figured out. But the content warning is in the comments as well. This game deals with some heavy topics, specifically depression, suicide, self-harm, and abuse. And I'm hoping to get through at least most of the game today. I'm not sure where I'm actually going to end, but it's a dark game. It's a dark game. It seems cutesy and fun, but I will tell you now, it's dark. So, be wary, okay? Like the Pokemon, beware. Ouch. I am still a little bit recovering from a sickness that I had like 2 weeks ago, but I'm feeling pretty fine. I just have a bit of a cough, which might just be the weather. It's cold. Did you know the winter is cold? It's not usually in Arizona, but it has been. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna get started. My name is Hayden, and I will go by that. No, I'm not. It's Sebro. My name is Sebro. No one knows my name. You totally didn't just see it on the screen. I'm gonna go by Sebro. Another thing, it's been a while. I do not remember any of the names I did for this one last time. Ooh. Game's loading. Okay, there we go. Woo! Hey! Oof. That was a bad start to the game. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned this last time I streamed this game, but as I play this game, I'm consistently reminded how much I hate the protagonist. Ooh, voice crack. Ooh, juicy one. How much I hate the protagonist, and you will see me get progressively more and more angry at him, just because he just irks me so much. He spent this whole time being a complete arrogant, ignorant idiot the whole game, and it annoys the crap out of me every time I play this game. Every time I watch a playthrough of this game, I'm like, wow, this guy is a jerk. I hate him. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I wonder if you guys can hear the laughter that's going on behind me, in the other room. I hope not, but if you can, oof. I don't know what I can do about that, like get soundproof walls, I guess. However, I just sigh and idle in front of a crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Sebro. Yeah, it is mean, protagonist. Frickin' jerk. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I want to throttle this guy. He's so annoying. Anyways, sorry, I'll stop talking about it now. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Yes, you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Now, in contrast, I absolutely love Sayori. I probably mentioned this before, but I love her. She's just so cute. She's adorable. I would be friends with Sayori. Please let me be friends with Sayori. Please. Anyways. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sebro, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Oh, give it a second. I haven't actually tried out streaming on this computer yet, so I don't know how well things are going to run. Hopefully better. Okay. I mean, to be fair, this is an improvement on my old computer. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Just gonna keep going. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, I can't discredit him for liking games and anime, that's fair. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Poor choice of wording there. You trust me, right? I trust you, Sayori. Ah, delicious. This is your casual reminding to drink water. Water. It's amazing. Don't make me worry about you. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I hate you so much. Anyways, more than that, I'm surprised I'll even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Oh, if only you knew, broski. Yeah. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's almost over before I know it. I don't know what I'm doing, but my words don't work. They're bad. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Just get motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Okay. I love anime, but I would not want to join a club fully. Well, that's not entirely true. Depends on the kind of club. Depends on the kind of club. And who's in the club. Because some anime fans are really cringy. And scary. But not all anime fans. Just the scary ones. I guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there, spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Ooh, give it a second. So, this game is Doki Doki Literature Club, right? So it's obviously about writing and books and stories and all that. And I don't talk a lot about books in this one, but I was in a writing club for a little while. That was a lot of fun. Here. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. Ooh. Discord just went off. I'll look at that later. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it just because she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Man, I want to buy the Doki Doki Plus. That's a game that I want to play. Just, if for nothing else, the side stories. I want to see these characters interact in a not this game setting. It makes me sad, honestly. But I'm poor. Since she was the first one to show interest in after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Anyway, every time, guys, this is a consistent problem. I always say anyways. If you watched the FNAF video that I just recently released, you may have noticed there was a part where I said anyways, and I was listening back to it, and I'm like, that's not right, Aiden. Too late to change it now, but that's not right. It really irks me that, I've gotten it into my head that it's anyways, but it's not. It's anyway. It's always been anyway. Why do I think it's anyways? Okay. Anyway. I said it right that time. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Cool. Okay. This raises the question, though. What kind of cupcake is the best? Because that is a genuine question. I am partial to chocolate, like always have been, partial to chocolate, like chocolate cake of any form. Chocolate's the way to go. Don't like vanilla, don't like yellow cake. I think it's too bland and boring. Chocolate's always better, in my opinion. Obviously, if you have a different opinion, that's your choice, and I respect that choice. I will tell you you're wrong, but you're not. It's just your choice. Yeah. But sometimes, if you make one of the bland flavors I just mentioned kind of cupcakes correct, it can taste amazing. That is true. I will give them that. And I know Natsuki is supposed to be a really good cook. Also, I totally didn't just read that line. Whatever, it's fine. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I mean, really, what teenage boy wouldn't? I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings the classroom door open. That's not how it's said, but I said it that way anyways. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me the new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sebro, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Man, I do not know how to voice characters. Well, we'll hope that this works out. We'll hope these voices stay consistent through the entirety of the game, which they won't, but we'll hope. ... You know, I kind of like the idea. When I first watched this game, it was the GT Live playthrough. Shout out to GT Live, they're freaking awesome. But it was the GT Live playthrough, and they always interpret the ... as vomiting, which I always thought was really funny. It was just like, bleh, oh, it's so awkward, bleh. But I'm probably not going to do that. It's just fun to mention it here. ... All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, yet another reason I hate this character. You respect women, you get smacked. I am a pacifist unless you disrespect women, you get smacked. Don't clip that, please. You disrespect women, you get smacked. I'm a pacifist, but if you disrespect women or anyone, honestly, I will smack you in the face. I will not hesitate. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly, and you can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back to the other girls. Anyways. Darn it! Man, I hate that. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. That's not what it said, but whatever. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. Sebro. Monika smiles sweetly. Yeah, it is. We do know each other. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuine feels a little... You too, Monika. Dork. Come sit down, Sebro. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. There is not a table in this room. You are lying to me. Falsehood. Falsehood! These are all just desks in desk form. They're all lined up like desks. Wait. Okay, subtle thing. Me, analyzing the desks in this image so closely made me realize they're not all perfectly lined up, which is really subtle, but actually works really well. Kind of annoying to my perfectionism, but it does make sense for a classroom because they wouldn't all be lined up. That's interesting. That's some serious detail thought put into this. Anyways, the girl have... Stop getting sidetracked, Hayden. The girl have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! That's not what that says. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Okay, but what kind of cupcake? Never mind. Just keep going. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate. were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one! Sayori grabs the first one. Then Monika, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Genuinely, this is kind of something I do. Not, like, analyzing, but when I am eating food, I will save specific pieces of it for last. Because I like going out a fulfilling bite. Like, when I eat pizza, people always comment on how I eat pizza, because it's weird and annoying. But it is the most delicious way to eat pizza. Is, I'll eat it crust last, so tip first, obviously. I'm not a monster. But I'll eat it like that, and then when I get to the last pepperoni, because I eat pepperoni pizza, because I'm not a weirdo and don't eat cheese, because cheese is gross. Again, my opinion. Feel free to have your opinion, even if I think it's wrong. Think it's wrong! Cheese is awful. Anyways, and when you get to the last couple pepperonis, you'll eat around. I will eat around them, so my last bite has pepperoni in it. So it's a very fulfilling bite, and you get the full extent of the flavor. And that's kind of how I eat most foods, is I save the best part of the food for last. So, yeah, I'm kind of, yeah. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh. Loading, lagging. Almost dropped my raccoon plush that I'm holding onto, just in case things get spooky, which they will. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but if we do get through this whole game within the time span, I don't know how long the stream is planning to go for, probably like 2-ish hours. But if we do get through the full game, I don't know how long this game really takes. And it's going to be slower with me talking like this. But if we do get through the full game, I have a couple other options. There's a game called Lily's Well that I've seen and I want to check out, but I don't know much about it. There's Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion, which I have the OG version, not the HD, because again, I'm poor. But I really want to play that one as well, and I never had the opportunity to, so this would be a good place. And also, I might pull up a game for a video project that I'm not going to mention because I don't want to tie myself down to a schedule and make a fool of myself. But that is an option as well. That is there in case I do finish this game. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this Fillmore before? I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Oh, loading again. I took too long explaining that. Sayori said what? What did she say? Well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh. Things are getting laggy. I'm gonna... Once this lag finishes... Oh, is that why? Oh, that may have been the reason. That's not it! I'm gonna... Actually, just quickly... And... That's not it! Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. See, okay. I a little bit agree because I don't like sitting down and reading. I listen to audiobooks because I can't focus on reading. I mean, you can see I don't read very well, so I like audiobooks instead, but I also, don't drink tea. I mean, I only drink herbal tea when I do, and I don't drink it that often. But whatever. Monika raises an eyebrow, and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... Oh. Notice we've gotten progressively less laggy. I think it's the OBS running as well. I haven't had any problems just casually playing games on this thing, so I think it's OBS. But it's alright. We keep on trucking along. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to keep the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all of their effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. That's something I wish we did in American high school, just like ever, is like school festivals where all the clubs show up, and like we do one at like Meet the Teacher night at my school, and that is literally it. Every other festival is either just the student government and like the sports kids that are just there for the sports games, or just nothing. None of them. I wish we did like big festivals that had all the different clubs or extracurricular activities participating. Like that would be awesome. Not just as like someone who's like, I'm majorly into theater, and that would be awesome to be able to share that with more people. But not just as that. I just want to go to one of those. That sounds so much fun. Like so much fun. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their levels of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sabro, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Okay, I know I'm gonna get hate from someone by how I pronounce that. I think it's pronounced manga. I don't know. Please back off. I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry. I have tried. Learning more than one language at once is practically impossible. I'm already learning German right now, so please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't get mad at me. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Dude, he's got like simping down to an art form. Oh my gosh, he's the worst. I hate him. I hate him so much. Like, here's the thing. Simping is not a bad thing, necessarily. I mean, there are obviously many times when it is a bad thing. But being a simp for someone is not necessarily a bad thing. When you're doing it like this, dude, it's bad, bro. It's annoying. Anyway, I said it right that time. What about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that go deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Oh, lagging. Okay, this is actually a good time to talk about my reading taste, because they are cringy and bad. You may have noticed, if you've seen anything on this channel, I really like FNAF. And You know what is FNAF? That is a book that I read, the FNAF books, and that's mostly what I read. I know, that's bad. They're fun, alright? I like them. I do read other books. It's not just FNAF. I'm reading a series, well, I've started a series, barely started a series. I can't remember what it's called. My friend recommended it to me, and I'm like, ooh, this sounds interesting. And I'm almost out of FNAF books to read. So I'll check it out. But, yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna keep on going. Anyway. And telling a good story from in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Got that all in one breath. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Same. The horror is my bread and butter. Delicious. The horror books just, delicious. Tasty. Juicy. Anyways. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to in the at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson would have a more meaningful conversation than this, broski. That was a dumb joke. People don't make jokes about Dwayne The Rock Johnson anymore. Sorry. Anyways. Just keep going. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I do agree with that. Surreal horror is crazy, man. It trips you up. It's weird. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, it's just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is... everything you do is just as cute as you are. Suri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Me saying edgy. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh? What? Woo? ... Question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new club member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Sebro? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought you... Sepro... You all... I'm defenseless again. Defense list! Defense list! It's a defense list! Quick, Captain, we must make our defense list! Oh, I don't know how to function as a human. I am defenseless against these 3 girls. These girls, there's 4 of them. Do you know how to count, Hayden? No, you don't. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, creep. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super ticked off. I forgot to mention that. There is some specific content in this game that I'm... there's not much of it, but there's a couple scenes that are a little weird, and I will probably read most of it, but it will be uncomfortable. And any swearing I will censor. That is, I do not swear. That is, obviously it'll show up on screen, so if you read it, whatever. But I'm not going to say any swear words. That's just a personal thing, so yeah, cool. Then, also, that one I totally could have said. I don't know why I didn't. I say that often, I don't know why I didn't. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's club meeting on a good note. Okay, maybe we got to day 2, whatever. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Sabro, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Monika and Natsuki clean up the food. Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. I don't know what that was. Hey, Sabro, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go I can't read! Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Classic dating sim setup. Dating sims. They're something, alright. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Here we go, gameplay segments. Let's write some poems. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good will happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, since there's absolutely no one watching this right now, I will just choose and decide for myself who I'm gonna go for, and I'm gonna go for Sayori, because she's my favorite. Sorry if you don't like Sayori, but you're wrong. She's the best one. Yeah, anyways. I know she likes a lot of things to do with, emotion, so I'm gonna go Joy. Yeah. Lazy. Uh-huh. Not Kitty, Forgive? Yeah! Fear? Alright. Anger? Nope. Okay, alright. Laugh? Pain? Nice. Dream? Oh, okay. Not pink, not scars, grief? There we go. Okay. Beauty? Noise? Cry? Yeah? Love. Okay, I should probably explain what's happening right now. This is the game. This is the actual gameplay of this game. Most of it is a visual novel, but this is where the gameplay segments come into play. And you've got to choose specific words, and they tie to each of the three members that you can have a route with. You'll notice Monica is absent. That's because Monica is too good for our sorry butts. And I think that's literally the reason. Monica is just too freaking epic for any of us. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm picking words that Sayori will like, and I'm trying to avoid words that Natsuki and Yuri will like because I want Sayori to like me, because Sayori is my favorite. I know specifically Sayori likes words related to emotion, both good and bad. They talk about that later. Tears, voice. That's heartbeat. That's gonna be Natsuki. Wrath, no. Pure, that's Natsuki. No, that's Fortune. Yeah. No. Okay. I don't know why I clicked that one. Not clicking that one. Twirl, Valentine, marriage, marriage. Yeah. Last one. Memories. Yeah. Okay. I'd say that was pretty good. Going for the one I want. Hi again, Sabro. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sabro. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here just to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That was overtly threatening, okay. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Agreed. Preach, sister. Preach! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Sabro always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work, even without me even asking. Gosh, can't read. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Relatable. Dude, relatable. Is that so? Oh, like in a second. Dude, she's so cute. She's so cute. Protect at all costs. Protect. While it's loading, I'm going to take a water break. Oh, never mind, now it loads. Well, I'm still going to take a water break. Drink water. Delicious. You two really are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Sabro can become good friends, too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Oh, loading again. Oh, good sign. Load game. Dude. I should probably save after this load. I'm gonna do that. I remember to save at the weirdest of times. We're just gonna save here. Overwrite the save data, it's fine. I'll make new slots at like heavy decisions. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. That was weird. Hang on. Game is struggling. Okay, so you guys did see that on the stream. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me mod some stuff for a second. Okay, so, I am having major technical difficulty getting it figured out. I apologize, everyone. Give me 1 second to open back up the game and get things loaded again. I apologize. Let's see. Alright, okay. Really hope. Yes, it saved the load. Ooh. Okay. It did save the load. Okay, sorry, that was weird. Let me turn the game back on. There we go. That was weird. I don't know what just happened. My game kind of froze for a second. But we're good. Things are good again. Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Okay, this is the one genuinely, nice thing he does in the entire game. Well, that's not true, but I still don't like this character. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I do not like Sayori. Not Sayori. I do like Sayori. I do not like Yuri. She's my least favorite. Yeah. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off a scheduled activity for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes, end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. I'm probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Oh, loading? Please don't freeze again. That would be undesirable. Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. It's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's weird to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Oh, excuse me. My bad. Oh, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you're suggesting it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Me too. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can't put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. Yeah, frickin' doof. This isn't a napping club. Although, that should exist. Like, just saying. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you've got less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Whoop, loading. Hey. Dude, I'm just starting to go on break. I'm gonna be oversleeping. I'm gonna be sleeping in every day. Oh, it's gonna be great. I oversleep on normal days anyways, but not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips to the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Hey. And there's a toothpaste stain in your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. You're the worst. I hate you. I hate you so much. Fortunately, I really don't care about it. I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Let her live her life! Let her live her life! Sayori, I would date you the way you are. Yeah. Let her live her life! Anyways. That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Huh? Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it. Stupid. Okay, that is actually one difference. I have heard that in translation, stupid is like, it's an endearing term of like, you goofball kind of thing. It's like, I say goober a lot, and that's kind of like just a general like, oh, you're a goober, I love ya, you're a goober. It's kind of like that, but that is a translation error, is that there's not really a good word for that in English, so they translated it to stupid, and it makes him seem really mean. But anyways, it's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button nearest to her chest. I did say there were some weird parts of this game. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you might have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs have gotten bigger. Yeah, weird game. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, You look much better now, so... Ooh, Discord just went off again. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Hey, no judgment. Blazer... I wear a jacket every day, but it's always unbuttoned. That's so much better. Sayori pulls her arms out and twirls around. If I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't ever let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else in the world anyway. That's cute, but I don't like the protagonist. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Oh, I'm playing coffee. Well, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time! Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Sebro, I can't wait to read yours! Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done anything. Never really done this before. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I am bad at writing poetry and reading poetry, to be frank. I do not get it. It does not make sense to me. Anyway. Well, now that everyone's ready. Now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ooh. Really hope it's loading. It's loading. Really hope it doesn't crash, because I haven't saved in a while. Okay, we're good. I am going to save right now. Yeah. Okay. Who should I show my poem to first? Again, this is probably a point that I would ask the audience if there was literally anyone watching right now, but there's not, so I'm gonna just choose. And I'm gonna choose... Sorry. Surprising no one. I'm definitely the most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Huh? Oh my goodness! This is so good, Sebro. Eh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, he must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Me when I share my writing with people. Goodness. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But I think I understand you better. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Sebro poem. And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Ah, man, this guy is clueless. I am clueless, and I'm picking up on her hints that she's dropping. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's just like I said before, Sebro. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only a really good person would do. That only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh. Loading. Just gotta load the poem. There we go. Water. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, I love this poem. This poem so they make jokes about it. You'll see in a second that he makes a lot of jokes about it, like the breakfast line. It's a little out of nowhere, but it shows what she's feeling. Because it's very like, her emotional state, she doesn't want to get out of bed, she's tired, and the sunshine that she's talking about isn't actually sunshine, it's a metaphor for, can you guess who? I think it's pretty obvious, but it's the main character. It's really sweet, honestly. I just wish the main character was better. But I really like this poem. I think it's really cute. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Hey, eggs and toast slaps! I don't eat breakfast very often anymore, but slaps. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Yeah, it's bad to skip breakfast. I'm gonna keep going. You get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. I had so much. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, who do I want to talk to next? We're gonna go in order of the characters I like the most. So Natsuki next. Woo! Huh? Well, it's about what I'd expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So, basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? Yeah, that was asking to get smacked. I'll pass. Oh, loading a second. Love this soundtrack, man. It's so good. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. It's loading. Give it a second. I'm gonna save after this one. Just in case it doesn't work again. Like that one time that it didn't work. Return to the game now. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of that last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monika next! Woo! Hi, Sebro. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sebro. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Isn't that sort of barrier... But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you aren't reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. See, this is what I mentioned earlier, is each character has their specific writing style that they like most. So Sayori is about emotions, Natsuki is about, like, cutesy things mostly, as well as some other stuff. And Yuri is about, like, deep, more... oftentimes larger words fit with Yuri. Like they're sophisticated and thought-provoking and stuff like that. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, loading. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. I'm not really going to talk about this one that much. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I feel that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Was that the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Excuse me. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. This is genuinely really good advice that I actually use when writing. Because I write, it's genuinely really good advice. There was a section in the work that I'm working on right now that it was really difficult and I was struggling with it. I wasn't sure what I was going to write. It was a really hard part. And I kind of just like, okay, I'm just going to have to write it, come back to it later. I'll come back to it, reread it, and if it sounds wrong, I'll fix it. But it like, just write it and I'll come back to it later. And it's like, if anyone is looking to be a writer here, this is really good advice. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep a pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, we're going to save again. Yuri! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it has been several minutes and we hadn't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through it myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Oh. Loading. I think the most noticeable thing I recognized in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up on writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is gone completely, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Bias? Oh. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Reading the poem. Give it a second. There we go. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, and the last yet to be replaced by the sickening green-blue hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air in the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read the script very often. I'm actually thinking your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sepro. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, and I'm going to save again. After all that, save, yes, return. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Your poem was exactly 20 words and they were completely disjointed. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her, turns the poem to the desk with one hand. Discord. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. Hang on. I don't know if you guys can hear my Discord going crazy, but it is going crazy. I'm muting it. I just meant... Oh, it's gotta load. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Sebro did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I've come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Sebra liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested on trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? Oh. Lagging. 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 Water break while it's lagging. Eh? Dude, this song. This song slaps. Okay. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Saburo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... See, this is specifically what I was talking about. Oh, goodness. This game. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew bigger as soon as Sebra started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! That was both of them. I can't do both of their voices at once. I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Sebro, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sebro. But wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Oh. Loading. Yeah. Oh, goodness. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but also a waste. You understand that, right, Sebro? Well... well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with will probably likely think more highly of me. So, of course, that's gonna be... Sayori, help me! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any word that I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri... ... But Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? It's Sebro. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's about your immaturity it's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Oh, loading. Loading. Water break while loading. Delicious. I'm gonna save right now. Just to be safe. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh. And Yuri's boobs are I don't know how to speak. Are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori, you're not helping. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Oh, make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. Yeah, it does, Monika. Anyways, you can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person, who really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Sebro, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. I missed a word in there. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. Excuse me. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sebro, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Yeah, you are enjoying it. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Sebro, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Creep. Creep. Teenage boy, the worst kind. Anyways. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. We're gonna save. Alright. I know marriage works. I know, broken, misfortune, hair, no, okay, never mind. Bliss, childhood, play, smile, dance. Hey, I'm knocking it out of the park so far. I got one wrong, but I'm doing okay. Friends. Festive Cloud Special? Yeah! Grief. Scars. Laugh. Joy. Cage. Nope, that's okay. Peaceful. Roland. Excitement. Pain. Ambient prayer, strawberry, fulgent, sticky lollipop, extraordinary. This one's a hard one. Extraordinary? Yeah! And cry. Hey, I think I only got 2 wrong in that one. Or 2 not related to Sayori. That was pretty good. I'm proud of myself. That was pretty good. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scent greets me. Hi, Saburo. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had any money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on conveniently forgetting that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Bad advice. Bad advice, but whatever. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Saburo to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Demons. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Quack! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, Okay. Giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Oh, God. Oh. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out a receipt, goes behind Natsuki, and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches to nudge Sayori off her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around the room. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monica, anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. I had so many words to that. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. Oh, gotta give it a second. Let it load, let it load, let it load. Delicious water. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's... Don't put yourself down like that, come on. Be nice to yourself. All three of you be... Oh, voice crack! Ooh, that was a bad one. All three of you, be nice to yourselves. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? Oh, boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sebro. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. Well, in that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her eventually. Complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in her book. Natsuki disappeared into her closet. Sebro! Sayori suddenly comes to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Oh, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica will be back soon. Are you going with Sebro to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Sebro? Yep, let's go. I'm gonna save once we get past the screen. Yeah. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind Sayori, as Sayori hums and skips through the hallways. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things, sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyways? Anyway, I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds... Oh, hang on. Okay. I'm not gonna come down. I'll text my family. Give me a second. Still streaming. Be done in a bit. Boom. Texted. Back. kinda dull. Sebro, you're not thinking about something in the right way. You're not thinking about it in the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of a poem, like, "Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caress the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland." Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Ugh, you meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's pretty an ordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey Sebro, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the year went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. Going on adventures with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight for the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts putting various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Kya! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right onto the shelf. Ow! You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her wrist to pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. Bump has started to form as well. Man, this is gonna swell. I should find you some ice. Sebro? Why would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn, even when I'm in pain. Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter, since I'll just be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead, using the other one to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the box of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, that's good. Hey, Sebro? This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know, we used to play outside all the time. I would always try and keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind and had some trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes, when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall or scrape myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself. You were getting afraid, you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah? You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Sebro, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Or I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Sebro, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it won't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression on her face, and in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, but when I see her deep in thought like this. Makes me not want to disturb her. This is one of those, really sweet moments in this game. There are a couple of them, and I really like it. It's, this is one of the reasons why Sayori is my favorite, is she's just so sweet. And just, even though the main character in this game is a bit of a dirtbag, she's always super kind to him. And it's cute. Anyway, I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops on her feet. Ow! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back! Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Sebro. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Okay, I think we'll probably get through the sharing of the poems, and then we'll probably end the stream off here today. Yeah. Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I share my poem to first? Let's go with... Sayori! Sebro, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday and this one's too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? Stop thinking about weird things, idiot. I just mean, you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Like cooking? Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting into my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori stands, fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Sebro, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Ah! It broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah? I grab Sayori's arm and let her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Here we go. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. The secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger, and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring the dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull from the shelf one after the other, holding them out, to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends weren't smiling, or shouting, pleading, something. And all that I hear is echo in my head. Oh, this one really breaks my heart. Because this is something I've seen a lot in myself and in friends I have. Is the idea of like, I'm a fixer. That's something that I naturally want, is things to fix and things to work. And when I see my friends hurting, I'm like, oh, let me just fix it. Let me find some way that I can help. And what she's doing is kind of like that. Is she feels like she has to be the fixer in all of her friends' situations, or else her friends won't love her. And that's not true. If your friends are truly good friends, they will love you if you're fixing them or if you're not. And it hurts to see this. Because I know this is how a lot of people think. I think this way sometimes. But, yeah. It's a poem in a game, but I gotta keep going. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. And this is another reason why I do not like this character so much, is he doesn't ask how she's doing. And like, in this situation, she could have just written a dark poem, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. If you ask, make sure. It's just, yeah. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Oh. Shiori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes made it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, let's save again. And then we're going to go to Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait a minute. Maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Hey, you think so? Oh, loading. Loading. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, so you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that's a little unnecessary. But thinking of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Water time. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. Ooh. Music just cut out. Did you guys hear that too? Oh, weird. Okay, give me a second. Oh, there, it's back. Okay, that was weird. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh, stop. What? No, what? My Google just went off weirdly. Amy has a lot of friends. It doesn't matter what if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree the subject of this poem is being an ignorant jerk. Do you know people who are like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks my That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares if what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Alright. Let's save one more time. Go to Monika, and we'll finish off with Yuri, and then we'll be done. Hi again, Sebro. How's the poem going? How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll be able to, you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway... you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turnabout. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Interesting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like I'm trying to speak over the noise. You see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. If you haven't noticed, it may be clear that Monika knows a little more than what she's letting on. Interesting. Alright, let's finish it off for today with Yuri. Let me see what you've written for today. Well done, Sebro. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, and so don't worry too much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your readers to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. We have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happens in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon enticement. Moon in increments. Sorry, I cannot read cursive very well. Increments its face and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice a bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon. Oh, music get out for a second again. Weird. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. I feed myself again. Okay, so this is where that self-harm comment part in the warnings takes place. Yeah, I'm not going to comment much on this one either. I think we'll get more of this story in a second. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, and if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Huh? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright, there it is. I'm gonna save. Override the save data, and I'm probably gonna return to main menu. Alright. That will conclude the stream for today. Thank you guys, the literally none of you watching, for joining me today. If anyone comes back and watches this, if you are watching this and it is not December 21st right now, or at least not December 1st of this year, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this funny little video, and I hope you like my content. Someday I will probably make a video about this. I'm not sure exactly what it'll be about at the moment. I have some ideas, I have some concepts, but for now, I'm just doing this for fun because this is a game that I've never really had the chance to fully experience, and I wanted to. I want to experience it with all of you, the none people watching this. So, again, thanks for watching. If you like this stream, subscribe, I guess.